boss, my name Sesime. Don't I like football or sports? Charlie, things they happen. Or well, anyway, as you all know, Charlie, EPL is on. All the top flight European leagues ongoing. Charlie, we are in the part of the season. So I have bouquet bisa. You need to force we foul him like a fascidro. We call running stomachs. There be some Manchester United supporters. Some make a show. Anyway, well, so yeah, there's Champions League, there's Europa League, all of that line up for you in this particular segment of the show. Remember, we are on YouTube, SJ Click TV. If you chance upon our video, remember the best you can do is like and share. Press the bell icon and then you subscribe. Let your friends also get to know that there's a good news happening here on SJ Click TV. And I get my guys, they are sports connoisseurs in their own right. They can digest the issues to your liking. Say, ube pe, ube feely, ube tasty, ube pe, ebe you are corner why I say. No. Onia very ma, Onia very ma, Onia very ma. Gamanche. Reginald, quick. You
Charlie,
you are in a good spirit.
Oh, Charlie,
you are in a good spirit. Spook near Ampofo near. Nobody can stop a moving train.
No time for
anything. Back on the bound.
I will retaliate for you.
Fantastic. Baby girl's name. Fantastic. So guys, Charlie, first meet on the table. Well, everybody was like doubting whether it's going to be some kind of a fairy tale. This United was in a very good run of form, and then they needed to make a trip to Anfield. That is where the marker was laid down by the club and his troop, Ampofo. What really happens in that match to United?
The only word I can use is they were humiliated.
They were humiliated.
It's a total humiliation.
Okay.
Total.
Okay.
Total. You see, there's nothing to say about this match. Manchester, their performance was very bad.
Yeah.
I don't know whether we should give the credit to Liverpool for playing extraordinary or because Manchester have been on as you said, on a winning streak. So the credit should go to Liverpool. The credit should go to Liverpool. Manchester performed abysmally. Maybe because of the tactics Liverpool played. In fact, you see, I thought maybe this match would be a slim margin, 2-1, 1-0. But for if somebody score you 7-0, I know you know.
So, Reginald, now that Liverpool seems to be getting it right, do you think club is trying to getting his stuff right? Because in the beginning of the season, things were not really going on with us. Like now, they are getting back on track.
Honestly, there are standards. The standard Liverpool standards.
Okay.
It has been a poor season. Yeah, because we've set the standard where every season we've been at the top, challenging, competing for trophies and all that. So this season has been bad. No matter maybe the 2 or 3 games we've won in a row, it hasn't been a good season at all. But even within the bad season, and we can perform like this and beat some teams on form, then it's not so bad. Yeah. At least we still have a chance to fight for the top 4. Because some of us sitting and watching, we're thinking we didn't have a chance.
Okay.
We didn't have a chance because we're so far behind. But getting a couple of wins against Wolves and beating Man U has given us the hope that we can still compete and get to the top four, even though that we can't fight for any other trophy. That's the only target we have. By a miracle against Madrid, we will be out of the Champions League because we've given ourselves too much work to do. So all round it has been a poor season. Even though getting into the top four will put some light on it, but this season I want to write it off.
Writing this season off. So shall it be for fans of Chelsea. Do you think that after a very long spell of time, Graham Potter has finally found the magic eureka how to Chelsea will start winning games? Over the weekend, 1-0. Dortmund 2. Like kakra or yeah, get
I told you last week it was just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time.
So that's the process.
Let me give you an example of a manager I know who once managed Manchester United. Anytime they said that 2 games we will sack you, in those 2 games, City will be among them. And you win the City match and win another one, and the West End. Then the following 5 matches you lose 4 and draw 1. So is that what?
But Potter will come good. Potter will come good. After every time I've been saying this, but maybe by Chelsea fans may think that I'm making fun of them or I'm mocking them, but just trust the process. Even matches that Chelsea draw or lose. And me, I said right now the only thing they need is a number 9, a striker, someone who can strike. You see, the other day, guy, since he came to Chelsea, Dortmund's second leg match was to me his best game. He had a very good game. And if he should have a clinical striker like Sesime or Kane or something, Chelsea only need someone who will do the work. Joao Felix is not an out-and-out striker. You see, they need only a striker. They are not playing bad, but they should just start the process. It's just a matter of time. They will come good. And Chelsea, Potter is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
Do you think that alone as Potter now find it?
Okay, Chuck Norris, he's not going anywhere. He's staying.
Potter now find the magic formula.
You see, the past 2 results have been good, but if you watch the performances, I'm not really convinced.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm not really convinced by the performances. Because what's soccer without goals? Ask yourself, if you can play the good football or try and play good football and you don't have the players to put the ball at the back of your opponent's net, then why are you going? So there's still a big problem with Chelsea. Even though they have very good players, you can see that the chemistry is still not there. They've not yet gelled. And I don't know whether it will happen under Potter. Because sometimes when you watch them, you feel they don't really know what they are about. So it will take time. Whether Chelsea will give him that time,
2 years.
I don't know how long, but whether Chelsea have that time, they have the luxury of time to give to the manager is another issue. And it depends on the kind of project they are building. If the owners trust that this is the guy to take us where we are going, and they are prepared to they are prepared to suffer before they enjoy, then they should have patience and they should communicate it to their fans to understand that this is the issue. Because some of the fans, they are used to winning. They are used to winning and they are expecting Chelsea to be competing and be at the top. But for now, they are not at that level. So if they have the patience and the time, eventually they'll get there. But the biggest problem is they need a striker. They bought all the players, but they forgot to buy a striker. Yeah, because the coach, it seems Aubameyang is not his favorite. So we can't count on him. But if they don't solve the striker issues, I don't think they can rely on Kai Havertz. It's going to be a very big problem going forward.
A very big problem going forward for Chelsea. Well, go for commercial because we'll be right back. Yo, back from the commercials. I'm here with my guys. Sukine Ampofo, the Kumo movement president. Kumo president. Charlie. And Gawan chair. We have a call. Fantastic.
Piano fine.
Kiani MSC.
Yes.
Your producers, almost we are Chelsea for by discussion.
Yes.
I'm not custom. So yeah, well, there's Champions League, and you know there is something about life, right? When they say money can't buy everything, it seems it's true. PSG seems to have it all, but they just can't find a way around this Champions League. They are out of the Champions League again. So what exactly is the problem at PSG? Winning for Ramos. They thought they needed experience. They went for Ramos, Messi, people who have won it before, thinking that, well, that would be a catalyst for them to go on and win it. But they just can't find a way around this whole Champions League thing. And I think that is what they're also fixated on. They wanted the Champions League badly, but they just can't find a way. Reginald, what at all is going on at PSG? What is their problem?
You see, was it Wednesday? I watched PSG, and what I thought was they are not serious.
Okay, the players or the entire
Both the players and
the management team.
they are not serious. And let me tell you something. Since the season, they beat Barcelona 3-0 at home, and they went to the Camp Nou, and they lost. I don't know, was it 5-1 or 6-1?
Yeah.
I saw that PSG, they are not ready for the Champions League. I think psychologically, there's something wrong with the team.
Okay.
Very, 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 very big mental block. Because they have all the players.
Yeah.
They have all the players, whatever they want. But something is stopping them from progressing. I don't know what exactly the problem is. Because even in the past, they had even better players than they have now.
Yeah.
The Ibrahimovic, the Cavani, and the likes, Thiago Silva. And yet they still couldn't progress. Just one final in how many years?
Yeah, more than 5.
Just one final. For the investment and the players they have, it's not good enough. It is not good enough. So for me, I think going forward, something has to change. Something really has to change. Whether it's the players or the coach or whatever it is, something really needs to change. I watched the match. It's like they lacked hunger. They lacked hunger. Like, yeah, I want to win the Champions League. I'm fighting. You should see some spirit. They don't have that fighting spirit, despite the likes of Messi and Ramos who have been there and seen it. I don't know, when they came, they've not been able to transmit that energy into this PSG team.
Do you feel like they don't have, to them, they don't have anything much to prove anymore? Let me go to Ampofo. Henry was speaking on CBS. To him, Ramos, Messi, they have seen it all. World Cup, Champions League, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, like 5. So the hunger for them will not be as when PSG decided that, okay, we want that young French boy in downtown Paris who can come in, have the hunger, the zeal to win it. Do you think they should change the whole this whole
The bottom line is, you see, they are signing stars. They are signed, by the type of stars they are signing. This has been the problem for PSG. If you want them, they always play individually. Individually, they are good, but as a team, after the Wednesday's match, that was the black guy Danilo. He granted an interview. That's what he said. He has realized that the PSG team is full of individualistic players, but not a team. And because you see, the Champions League, we have it has got its own spirit. It has got its own spirit. And one thing we shouldn't forget too is over the time, the team they have been losing to against to is a factor. And for some time, more than how many seasons this, I mean, he's a force to reckon with in the Champions League.
Ampofo.
It's a force
for
to
you
reckon.
to get to that level. You need to piece those things together.
And because we think PSG, you see, when Messi is
The
playing
reason why
PSG
I'm
now,
asking is because there was this time they play United. They should have won United. That time United was not in good form. But United,
you see, we are judging them on how Ramos used to play in Real Madrid. Once Ramos is here, that's why I say I concord with what Henry said. If you are buying the stars, buy those ones who are hungry, much hungrier and want to do something. Now, if you give Ramos and a striker 50-50 ball, those times how we will tackle this time, he will not do it. So PSG, even those times that they have been 2 or 3 years ago, there they have been eliminated. They were performing better than this.
yes.
They were performing better than this. And Neymar of 2-3 years ago is not Neymar today. The only person, even Mbappe, he cannot do the work alone.
Yeah.
If you compare this second leg to the first leg, this second leg he didn't do anything. And I say that I'm saying that is because of the type of recruitment they are doing. They should go out. I side with Henry. They should go with the young ones. Just buy the young talented one. They go. You say you have money. Go and go to Barca. We want Dembele. How much will you take? We'll give you. We want like the young ones who are hungry. Messi cannot play like Messi in Barcelona.
Messi
For the hype, you get the hype.
So he doesn't have any hunger.
And then I'm telling you, the Champions League spirit, it works. It works.
Like,
So
my
Real
concern
Madrid
is that
will not play anything.
for you,
But it will be difficult for you when Real Madrid get to the knockout stage for you to eliminate Real Madrid.
so that's what I'm trying.
Look at
for you
the
to
AC
get to
Milan.
that, you need to score those teams to get to their level.
And I'm telling you, it doesn't come easy.
Anyway,
It doesn't
if
come
it
easy.
come easy like Arsenal and Tottenham have won it
It,
before.
thank you. It doesn't come easy. It doesn't come. Tottenham is doing better now, but because AC Milan has got that spirit of Champions League,
Yeah.
AC Milan came to eliminate Tottenham. So the Champions League too has got its own.
Well. As we said, you can say it or whatever you like. That go Graham Potter is no good, but Champions League inside, he has progressed to the next stage.
Thank you. Because of the spirit of the team. Chelsea, some once upon a time, Chelsea was facing PSG.
And our producers
But
behave on
They
this.
should
They
behave.
should
They should
But
behave.
They
there's,
should behave. They
but-
should
but-
be on match. You
No,
won't
behave.
but there's one thing I think we should note. PSG sometimes they've been unlucky. For me, I think Chelsea came up against Miami, they would have been out by now.
This is I raised that point. That we should also look at the opposition, the teams that have been eliminating them.
I don't have a problem with what Reginald said. I don't have a problem with, but I'm saying that for you to win the Champions League or to move on,
Yeah, you have
you
to
need
beat the
beat
team.
someone. Because at the end of the day, these
You
are the
meet
teams
them.
you will meet.
And it's true. You combine that comment with the Champions League spirit too, because Man City was playing well, but because we haven't baptized them in
You haven't initiated them.
Chelsea went about 2 or 3 times before they won it. So for the Champions, Liverpool might be in 4th place in English League, but when it comes to Champions League,
They can go
they
and
can
win
go
it.
and win.
Yeah.
So for the Champions League, it has got its own spirit. So it's a different case.
So our brothers, Chelsea, as I said, Graham Potter, on your for Champions League.
That's the spirit.
Oh, yeah.
He's in the quarterfinals now.
Fantastic.
Only say they won't go anywhere, but then so he will take off from next season. From next season, who will tip up better? From next season, watch out for Potter. But he's doing well. He's the second English coach to take be in the quarterfinal, Champions League quarterfinal. It's an achievement. It's an achievement.
It's just because there have not been a lot of English coaches at the top. So that's why he's the second.
The record is record. He's the second coach.
So don't make it look like he's done
It's
everything
in the book.
exceptional.
They've written it in the record books. He's the second. Apart from Reginald. He's the second English coach.
Even my first champion, winner, Di Matteo, then top manager, yeah.
Chuck Norris will come good. Chuck Norris will come good.
Before we go for
Mr. Positive.
I said, Benfica, do you think that this time they can overcome their case
Benfica and Napoli, they are the surprise package in this year's Champions League. But then, can watch a call there, man. When it matters most, they will do their best. But I don't think Benfica, that case is still lingering around them. But they are doing well because see, Benfica has sold most of their best players, but they are still performing. They are still, but when they meet the Champions League owners of the Champions, that's where we will test their abilities. But they are doing something great.
Okay, match for the Champions. Let's do Europa Leagues. As we were here last week, we spoke about Arsenal Sporting Lisbon. For like 5 games, Sporting Lisbon draw 1-4. So we all know that Arsenal is not going to have that match on the silver platter. They went to Sporting Lisbon, they draw 2-2. Do you think Sporting Lisbon, Charlie, can come to Emirates and make a point?
No.
It's not going to be easy
For
for
Sporting
Arsenal.
Lisbon, for Arsenal.
For both teams, it's not going to be easy. Because Sporting Lisbon is a good team.
Yeah.
So if Arsenal are going to just sit at home and think they'll just win, they should watch out.
Because Arteta said his eyes is on both the Europa League and the EPL. So that means that he has prioritized the Europa League also as one of something he wanted.
The unfortunate part for those small clubs is that the big ones have taken the Europa World Cup. if it's like, oh, we wanted Champions League, we didn't get it, and let's just play for the playing sake. That one is easy. But you see, Man U, Arsenal, those big clubs, they won't take them. And if it comes to that stage, they always show class. That's what is going to worry Sporting. Arsenal will eliminate them.
It's going to be tight, but eventually Arsenal
will.
But there's one thing I realized about Arsenal too. When they make a couple of changes to their team, they don't look as good as the first 11.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a problem.
Okay. Look, Charlie, so Click Sports. Subscribe to the channel SJ Click TV on YouTube. You can also check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. Subscribe, share, your comment. Commercial, we'll be right back. Yo, welcome back on the show. Name is Sesime. Yeah, here, Click Sports. Oh, Charlie. So, yeah, before we do AFCON qualifiers Ghana squad, our own manager, Conte, I think Daniel Levy for this season did so much for Conte. He bought a lot of players for Conte. But it's like Conte just can't get hold of the whole Ampofo, let me start with it. What exactly is wrong with Conte? Oh, okay.
I want to be we cannot we have strategies here will start a payment now. You see the same players that Tottenham have now. You get a different manager, they will perform very well. So I think if there is a win, you give the credit to the manager. So even things are not going on well too. Conte, I see Conte's strategy to be a kick. And it means that most of the players, every time they talk, especially Hurricane, and they feel pity for him every time. See, they perform. But where he did.
I just don't want Hurricane issue to be like somewhere like I know Liverpool people who agree with you. Gerrard will want me the way I love Gerrard, right? The guy can play football. But there are certain things he can't boast of it, like EPL.
Because
I think it's a wrong comparison.
People are being
How
emotional.
can you compare someone whose his whole life hasn't even won one trophy to somebody who won Champions League and all the trophies except EPL. It's a wrong comparison.
But the argument is if at that time Gerrard was to move to a different team, then would have been.
Barcelona wanted him. Real Madrid wanted him.
There's no guarantee that if he had moved, he would have won the trophies he won at Liverpool. Yeah, because Michael Owen left Liverpool when we won the Champions League. Gerrard won the FA Cup for us. He won the League Cup for us. He's done so much. It's just
Michael Owen left Liverpool and won the EPL with United.
Yeah, but apart from that, what did Michael Owen win?
But he was not all when he was at Real Madrid, he didn't win the Champions League.
No, he didn't win the Champions League. But that was, as I was saying, Harry Kane needs to move. He needs to move because, or is it because of the management plan of Levy? Because he has been buying what the players they like. He has been buying the players for them. Recently, Richarlison has got his own problems with Conte. He hasn't been using Conte too. Was saying, oh, from the interview he listened, Richarlison was not talking to him. It's Conte and for Tottenham, maybe it's a type of players they are buying. I think they are buying good players, but maybe
they are not good players.
They are not good enough.
Reginald, what is Conte's issue?
You see, when Tottenham signed Conte, they knew what they were signing up for. They knew what they were going for. They knew his style, everything about him. So they shouldn't be too surprised.
Okay.
Conte is the kind of similar to Mourinho. When things are going his way, they are always happy. They always want to take the credit. But when things are bad, they always want to complain about, we need this player, you didn't buy for me, and all the excuses you have. And Conte's style has always been pragmatic. Soak the pressure, play on the counter. So if you are signing Conte, you know that you are not expecting to play any delicious football or anything. You are going to always be playing on the counter attack. So they deserve what they are getting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Deservedly, exactly what they deserve. Well, so guys, Charlie, we appointed Chris Written, our national team coach, first on the list of the bucket list for Blaster for this year. AFCON qualifiers, first on the road against Angola. So these are the players Written decided to call for this match. The very first person is Laurent Atizigi, champion goalkeeper. Then Manaf Nuruddin, Jojo Wallacott, everyone knows Jojo Wallacott. But there's a question there. Well, keep this question preamble to both schools.
Is for 3 points. For 3 first attempt.
Is Jojo Wallacott going to walk straight into the team, or could Written will stick by Atizigi because of what they did at the World Cup? Let me continue with the defenders. Defenders: Tariq Lamptey, Dennis Odoi, Gideon Mensah, Patrick Bozu, Daniel Amate, Joseph Edu, Mohamed Salisu, and Alexander Chiku. Midfielders: Thomas Partey, Majid Asmeru, Abdul Salis Samed, Edmond Ado. Wingers. Wingers. Jordan Ayew, Crystal Palace. Present set. Osman Bukari, Joseph Pinsel, Kamadi Suleiman, and then Ranford Yeboah. And then the four other strikers: Mohamed Kudus, Andre Ayew, Kamal Dean, Sowa, Kamal Sowa, and then Inaki Williams and Anton Semenyo. Sorry. So that's the list for you. So back to my first question: who is Written picking as the number one goalkeeper? The one who takes us through the qualifiers, or the one who keeps this at the World Cup?
If this one is, if you go into his mind, or like personally, if I were to be,
I would
just maintain the one who took us to the World
who took us to the World
Yeah,
Cup?
for consistency's sake.
Who took us to the World Cup or who keeps the World?
Who kept in the World Cup? Sorry.
Okay.
Not the one who played the qualifiers. The
Okay,
one
okay.
who kept in the post for us during the World Cup. It's just because of continuity and consistency. Because he has gathered that confidence.
Yes, okay. So
The World Cup is a bigger platform. He has gathered that momentum. So for me personally, if I were to be the coach, I would maintain it.
Okay.
Straight up.
Reginald, same question.
If I'm being honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really trust the two goalkeepers.
Okay.
I don't trust them at all.
Okay. But do you have any other alternative that we can go for?
For now, that's what we have.
Mm-hmm.
In between the two, I think I'll consider Atizigi.
That is the ahead of
Maybe just a little. But if I had a choice,
none of them
none
will
of them.
come near.
Yeah.
Okay. Before, is something wrong with Richard Ofori? Is he still injured?
No, I think he just recovered.
Okay.
And he just recovered and
he's now
he's now started live training, so it's not advisable.
Okay.
For him.
Okay.